Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner, and this is my review for Star Season 2, Episode 3. And it was a good episode or whatnot. I wasn't too disappointed, but I wasn't too enthusiastic about it either. I like what was weird for me? I like the supporting cast. I like how they added Lance Gross' sexy self to the cast. I like who he's playing the A&R rep. I like Michael Michelle, who's playing Ayana. I even like somebody just told me that boy's name and I forgot that quick. The guy who was playing the assistant, who was also in the New Edition biopic. I like these supporting characters, and I feel like, I don't know if I'm getting tired of Star and her antics, and that is why I am gravitating more towards these supporting cast, these nice breaths of fresh air, and, I'm guessing that's what it is. So the episode does start off, and I get confused. Something like they're going to start the episode off with Alice giving Derek head. Really? And you're going to use a wheelchair to block it? Really? I'm like, okay, Lee Daniels, is you going too far, bruh? But I guess people get head in real life by their girlfriend, so it is what it is. But we come to find out she's not really giving him head. She is fixing or changing or cleaning out his catheter because he has a urine bag, so she's making sure his lines are clean. Because when you have a catheter, it can't be any blood in the line, so she was checking that for him because she, pop up and she pull the gloves off, and we see that's really what she's doing. He does, however, notice the bracelet. My shirt is coming apart. He does, however, notice the bracelet on her arm that we know she stole, but he like, oh, that's the new bracelet. She's like, oh, no, my mom bought me this a while ago. So she's still in there and she lying. So we see how that's gonna go. Next we see that Simone is still in jail, and we hear like a bang, bang, bang. I'm looking like, who banging on her door like that? And we see it's the friend of the girl who died, and she's like, they said we can't have our doors closed since Dee killed herself. And she's like, I'm so sorry, I know that she was your friend. And so she's like, you trying to be nice to me now? You want to give me sympathy? I don't need that, whatever. Go on about your business, calm girl. Just, that whole mean girl. Not even mean girl, just, kids being kids. Because I'm thinking this is a juvenile detention center, so they're all underage kids. So, they're just emotional and all that freaky craziness of just not being totally in your own mind to be nice to people. Because I'm like, why y'all being mean to Simone? We also see Cotton in the shower and having memories of being in prison and her prison bag. And I'm like, so they just gonna show that they was like in prison, just like, all over each other in the cell? I'm like, is that what prison's like? I don't know, because again, I've never been to prison. But I'm like, okay. So as Cotton's having the whole fantasy of it all, and in the shower doing what people do in the showers in town when they have fantasies, I don't know nothing about that either. We're not gonna talk about that. And Star come knock on the door. She goes to the bathroom because she has to pee. And she teases Cotton because she's like, I know, you shouldn't touch your hair because you still got stuff in your hand. I'm not going to that shower for 2 weeks. Girl, whatever, leave it alone. So, that was kind of the opening scene of it and everything. And, we then see Cotton come downstairs all dressed up, nice and pretty, all ladylike. And Bruce like, where you going dressed like that? Dressing all nice. That's how we be getting killed. Meaning a lot of men who are dressed as women. And people see them, assume they are women. And they get tricked and bamboozled if the person don't tell them who they really are. And, people kill transgender or drag queens or whatever. And, Carlotta's like, she okay, she can pass, she fine. And then, she's like, ain't nothing wrong with, ain't nothing wrong with either being crooked. Ain't nothing wrong with something about how she's trying to work with this dang on boy to get some money. And we see that Cotton's actually upset with Carlotta. Now, I don't remember the last episode with them showing her being upset. The last thing I remember, they was all cool and chilling. But I'm like, okay, because she's like, yeah, I'm surprised you know anything about being straight and narrow with your lying self, and I'm surprised the girls took your lying self back. I'm like, you just getting all sassy with your mama for what? And then High Heel walk in and he's like, don't be disrespecting your mom. And I'm like, but you barely the daddy, so what you coming in talking about? And so, Cotton leave out and High Heel is talking to her. And I figure out that Cotton's upset because High Heel wasn't dead. And no one told Cotton that it was a whole setup thing. And, she's like, y'all didn't trust me. And, High Heel's like, we were trying to keep y'all safe. You keep you safe, keep the girls safe about my antics. And, she over it, and he got to prove himself to everybody. And, again, that's how I'm saying I think these new characters are giving me more than these old characters. Because I'm like, Cotton always upset about something. And no one was upset when you was sneaking and stripping, doing what you had to do to make ends meet. So why can't you understand that your mom and your father did things to protect you? It wasn't nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? And plus, she was in jail. So who knows? But, it is what it is. But yeah, he's upset because he didn't know that. She's upset because she didn't know that High Heel was still alive, that he really wasn't dead. So, yeah. The next thing we see is Ayanna is announcing to the people at the label that she's going to have this promotional showcase that people have to perform at different locations, and then whoever does the best can perform like on a TV show or an interview or whatever. We see that Noah is going to perform. I guess Noah's supposed to be the big artist. I like Luke James, but he always look either sleepy and high to me. I mean, he always look like he just about to go to bed. Like his eyes is always squinted like this. And then he always got like a little smile, but not a smile, like he almost about to go to sleep. Or like he sleep and he having a good dream and his mouth is smiling. That's how you always look to me. And I just want him to look a little bit different sometimes. I want some different expressions from his face. So she tell the girls, y'all performing at the mall by the food court. She didn't say it in those words, but that's what she said. And of course the girls are upset, like, that's dumb. We don't want to perform there. That's the mall. We want Atlanta Next Fest. I need them to quit saying they want this talent competition. Okay? People want Star Search, people want American Idol, and they don't get far. You know what I'm saying? It's calm now. We've been here for 5 months. You know how long it takes some people to get into the industry and get an album and get signed to a label? Calm down, little Mohicans. So Ayanna says, Carlotta, do we have an issue? And she's like, no, we'll do it. So Carlotta tells the girls, look, we just have to kill the performance so that y'all can perform on the live stage, and that's gonna be that. That's basically what it is. Alex is upset because the song they have to perform, the label have now remixed. It does not sound good. It sounds horrible. Honestly, it really did. It was boring. That's probably why I was bored on half the show. And Alex like, we should just walk. We don't have to stand for this. If we've been signed by this label, we can be signed by someone else. And Star and Simone like, no, we shouldn't do that. Which is crazy because Star always doing dumb stuff to get them in trouble anyway. But again, it was a lot. It reminded me of a Tyler Perry back and forth situation. And, they just said, look, we have to kind of stick it out. We don't want to just leave the label because we can do we could then get caught up in being one of the groups who consistently is bouncing from label to label. We should make the best of it. And as they argue back and forth, we see High Heel pop up and he like, I'm like, what, you came back from the dead? And of course the ladies look shocked because they did not know he was still alive. He's coming back, basically trying to get back in their lives. He basically wants to be a manager, producer, or do whatever. He's also almost trying to take credit for where they are. Saying, I was the one who got y'all involved with Atlanta Next Fest. I was the one who got y'all there. And they like, you wasn't even in the picture or the frame around the time that we won it and really got in it. You know what I'm saying? You pulled all kind of tricks and just foolery and craziness about it. So we don't need you here. We good. Bye. They basically just declined to work with him. And he's just like, let me produce y'all. Like I can do a song for y'all. I got this song in my head or whatever. And it was just like, no, thank you. And then they left his butt right there. We then see Carlotta trying to get into the record label. And the assistant, I'm gonna learn his name. I promise I'm gonna learn his name. He like, no, you can't. You're not allowed on the executive floor. And she's like, why? Because that stuff from last night, he was like, you came in here and put your foot up on this. You can't come in here and this boss and people around. She's like, well, you let me in. He like, yeah, but I didn't say go in her office and put your feet up on her desk and pour you a drink. And she's like, well, you told me to make myself at home. So that's what I did. Again, Carlotta's old school. So things that happened before, how things worked before, is how she's used to doing things. Sometimes that doesn't work. So he's like, you can't be up here unless you're with your own A&R rep. Who, I don't know who it is, and we found out who it is. It is Lance Gross. He is starting to diversify himself. Not really, because it's all black stuff. But yeah, he still is. This being on different shows. He was on Grey's Anatomy at one point. He did the Felicia Blakely story, which was on TV One. Grey's Anatomy was on ABC. He was just on BT last night doing Tales. And now he's on Fox he's also going to be on The Pains. I don't know what station's coming on, the Tyler Perry TV show. But, I like how he's putting himself in different types of television. It's comedy, it's drama, it's murder, all this other stuff. It's just, it's good acting. And he's just so cute. His little cute self. Anyway, his name on here is Maurice. And he basically tells Carlotta, look, I'm your A&R, and you can't be running around here bossing up on people. This is not the day of Suge Knight when he was hanging people over the balconies, which we know Suge Knight did. It's like, this is not how you get things done these days. And she's like, well, that's all I know. I'm trying to get my girl signed. I'm trying to get them through a good performance. And we really need control over the producers. If we can get good producers and pick our own producers, we can do good music. And he's like, look, if they do good at the performance, I will get them producer credit, or I would get them able to pick their own producers. I had to grab some water. So, because my mouth is dry. Now I'm just saying, why you keep smacking your mouth? Because my mouth be dry. So she's like, okay, fine. They'll do great, and then we can pick some producers. So we do see. I'm going to cover the whole Cotton thing in one fell swoop. Cotton is working with Elliot, the guy who got her arrested when she robbed him for like 20 grand. He owns, it seems like it's a construction site, because when she walking up there with him, he like, you didn't have to dress so fancy. She's like, well, I didn't know the dress code. A construction worker is like, ooh, girl, what's under that good old chocolate skirt? Let me see your whatever. And she was like, if you see what's under here, you're going to have a real good night. You don't know that, Cotton. You don't know that. So Elliot step in like, don't talk to her like that, or I'll get you fired, or you're fired. And then the man say, I think he called him an Asian, or he said something derogatory about his race. And he was like, you know what? Pack your tools, you're fired. And he fires the guy. And Cotton's like, Elliot. And he's like, I'm just here to protect you. And she was like, don't protect me. I'm fine. Just show me where the office is. I'm like, okay, Cotton, you don't want to get back up with that man. That's fine. There's a scene later where Elliot asks Cotton out. Cotton says, no, not right now. Meaning, I'm not okay with dating you right now, but it's not completely off the table. And he like, okay, I can take that. I can accept that. So it's that whole scene. And the last scene that we see with Cotton is a girl coming to the office, and she's like, oh, we're not taking any more resumes. The receptionist position has been filled. And the girl like, you don't look like no receptionist to me. And she was like, yo, getaway, I don't look like you should be up here. What do you want? And she was like, cool it. Said her name. It is the sister to Cotton's prison bae. Yep, prison bae had his sister track Cotton down, and she like, yeah, he told me to keep an eye on you. And she was like, well, you can let him know I'm fine. And then she's like, well, you can come yourself. He's gonna be out in a couple weeks. He wanted me to give you this, and gives her a letter. This is why you can't be, when you in prison, you can't be having relationships like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it might go out into the real world. Because Cotton didn't look happy that Prison Bae is getting out. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That was your bae, and you was all nice, and y'all was having a good time in prison. why you so weirded out that the person may be out? Like, was it not such a good experience? Because the one you was talking about in the shower, it seemed like you was enjoying yourself, so I'm not sure. So we shall see how that is going to play out later on in the season. So, but that was the whole thing with Cotton, Elliot, and all that stuff. The girls are at the mall trying to perform. You know, Noah does come down there to watch them. Star. I don't like Star's way of. I just don't think I like Star. I feel like Star is too full of herself too soon. And I feel like I would like her more, even if she had the same hustle and the same grind, but was less aggravating. Like, or just had this thing to where she thinks she always right. I don't know. I just don't like her. Not enough to where I'm like, I don't like the show. But Star irks my nerves. And it's because it's something that's too much. It's like something that's too far. And I feel like in the real world, she would have got checked. Okay? Been checked by someone. I don't know who. Probably me. But she would have been checked. So when Noah's there, like, oh, I'm into to get my shoes cleaned. And she's like, whatever. I know you're here to see me. And then she stepped and scuffed this man's shoes. If you scuff my shoes on purpose, we got a problem, homegirl. You gonna scuff them because you're a female and I can't hit females? I gotta call my sister to beat your ass, is what I would have thought. But he does that weird, I'm sleepy face, but I'm woke, but I'm having a good wet dream face. You know, he does that thing. And the girl performed. Well, no. I also don't like how she does not equipped her mind to understand that people have other things going on. Like, you know, Simone is in the jail where a girl killed herself and the girlfriend is messing with her still. You know, Alex is dealing with Derek being paralyzed and the fact that she's a goddamn kleptomaniac. So, but all she's thinking about is the group and her. Because when Alex is trying to make a phone call for Derek's, you know, medical stuff, she acting like you can't call them after we perform. If I could, I would, but I can't, so I ain't, and I'm doing it right now, is what I would have said. Even when she walked up to Alex, and Alex is on the phone, she like, don't be clapping your hands at me, homegirl. Again, Star would have got checked. It don't fly in certain circles, and it's just something about her that irks my nerves. So, but they performed, they song. Again, I hate the song. It's a stupid song. People are not like paying attention and everything. And as they singing, Alex has her own little imagination performance of herself, and it's her singing to her. And she was basically singing about how she is not about this ratchet life and how she misses the old her. So it was a thing of showing how she was before she met Derek, how she was just a different chick. And now she is about this ratchet life. And this how she misses herself. And she's angry. She's breaking. It was awkward, but cool. Because you get when a person realizes that a lot is going on in life. And they wonder if they've lost themselves. And if they have, the way she's acting out by stealing the bracelet. By, you know, just being aggressive on the phone with people. That's her way of expressing how she misses herself. So she comes out of her performance within herself, and you know, they end the performance and nobody's clapping, nobody's like, woo, yeah, woo, go. Like, no one's even, they're kind of laughing like, okay, what are you doing here? So Alex gets pissed and she was like, all right, Alana, F you. And she like breaks the speakers and all the lights go out by this speaker that she broke. And I'm like, that's not how you really act in real life, but it's okay. And they get back to the record label, and Ayana's pissed because one, Alex has ruined like a $10,000 speaker. And she's like, you know, that's not how you act. That's just stupid. And then when Alex tried to say, well, the song was dumb, we couldn't, you know, no one was listening. She was like, sit your untalented ass down. I'm looking like, okay, Ayana, you gonna just go off on them like that? But she made a good, valid point to them by saying that y'all can't command the audience of people at the mall. What makes you think that y'all can command the stage of people at an arena? And they're like, get us in the studio with some good producers and stop giving us stupid producers. And, you know, she pulls up the video showing Alex break this speaker. And Carla like, look, I know that's bad. What she did was wrong. But look, the video has 200,000 views that quick. You need to capitalize off of this publicity. Have them on the showcase. So Ayana says, y'all are, you know, lucky that this is taken off in the way it has. Y'all gonna perform on the show. And I'm looking like, now how in the hell did that happen? Like, what? That don't happen in real life. But I'm like, okay, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, the girls are not happy that they're going to perform. They're trying to get a song together. They're like, oh, yeah, Alex was writing a song. We should do that song. It's a new song. Alex tripping. I don't want to do the song. It's not ready yet. Don't be pushing me. Stop pushing. Stop putting so much pressure on me. And she's kind of about to explode. And she walks out. And, we see like High Heel come in to the house when the girls are trying to rehearse their song, and I'm like, is he high on coke? Like, why he looked like a person jacked up on cocaine, and like he was as high as outside in the sunlight on a summer day in a kite. He was high as goddamn on kite, and the girls like, no. They not ready for him to be back in their life like that. He has to make up for some things he did before he left. And Carlotta told him that too, like, look, you know, you can't just pop up and do things like that. The girls are trying to get their show together. They need to be focused. You can't deal with them like that. And anything that you want to say to them, to let them hear any new music, you need to go through me. Okay? Me. And, you know, he's like, I just need a shot here. And she's like, you do. But not with my girls. Not with my girls. And, you know, she walks away. So the girls get to the show. And we find out they're going to be singing Back Up for Noah. Yeah, Ayana was like, oh, y'all not singing your own song. Y'all singing Back Up for him. Y'all thought y'all was going to get rewarded for what y'all did? No, ma'am. No, sir. No, thank you. And the girls, of course, are upset. But then they come up with the bright idea to hijack the performance. Yeah, so Noah did his whole interview thing. He then started to perform one of his songs, one of his old songs. As we know, he is a veteran artist who has old songs, basically. And they're at first singing backup, and then they start singing his parts. And it becomes a whole remix version. So Carlotta looking like, oh, shoot, I can't believe they're doing it. But she's smiling, but trying not to look too happy. Ayana is like, I can't believe they're doing this. Noah at first looks pissed, but he then kind of just joins in. And I will admit, it was a good performance. I liked it. It was a mixture of things. Again, I like Luke James. I like the girls when they sing. You know, it's a cool thing. And, you know, the people go wild for it or whatnot. And after the performance, the girls are on the backstage. And I'm like, oh, that was so cool, blah, 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 blah. Noah come in and he pissed. He like, hey, let me talk to you. Start like, what? You know, Alex and Simone leave. And he like, look, I don't know what you be doing, but I ain't the one, you know, this is my career. This is my life. He basically checked her and was like, you can't be doing stuff like that. People who do moves like that, it shows that they are washed up and tired and they don't have their own music. So they take someone else's music and tries to remix it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of throwing shots at people who remix other people's songs, but leave it alone. And he doesn't let her off the hook. He doesn't say, oh, that was cool, I liked it. He said, you can't do stuff like that because you hijacked my performance and then sang my song. That's some bullshit. I don't like the sexual tension between them two. I'm gonna say this now. I do not want them two together. I need Star to grow up first. Okay? And I need her to stop flirting with men all the time. So next we see High Heel. And he kind of bypasses what Carlotta told him was, which was, you know, when you want to do my girls, come through me directly. He to the bar where Ayana's at, and he happened to sit right next beside her. Got his headphones, and he's like, yeah. Like, he listened to his music or whatever. She's like, oh, what you listening to? Oh, this new, you know, this hot track or whatever. Oh, can I hear it? So then she listened to it a little bit, and she likes it. And she's like, well, who produced it? oh, this producer who, he can do this and do that. He can go all night long. It was a weird sexual flirtation between the two. And I'm looking like, I ain't need that. I just don't want to think that Ayana is in the bar flirting with random strange men who just a day ago looked like a crackhead. So I just, he gives her his phone number because I guess she did like the track. But I'm like, did he produce it, or is that the song that his nephew gave him when he was in Miami? Because remember, High Heel nephew gave him that song. And so we need to see what happened with that. So she likes it, and she's like, okay, you knew exactly who I was. And he was like, I just knew what you needed. Call me. I'm like, get your ass out of here. The last scene that we see is Maurice, who was Lance Cross's character, the A&R, comes to Carlotta's house. And he just basically lets her know, look, I know you pissed at me. I have a peace offering. And she's like, that was some bullshit, Maurice. You just one of them. You kissing their ass. You're not doing nothing for the girls. And he was like, I got y'all producer approval. Y'all can, pick your own producers and actually produce an album. So at that point, of course, she's happy. We see Star, who's going to try to see Alex, and she looks in the window of the house, and she sees like Derek on the floor, and she sees Alex having to help him up off the floor onto the couch because, of course, he's paralyzed. She finally realizes why Alex looks always stressed out, because she's 19 years old, her boyfriend is paralyzed, and she's having to deal with real life. And so when she comes out, she's like, it's just hard for me. I'm 19 and I'm basically being a nurse. And, it's just hard. So start like, okay, I understand. I knew it was hard before, but I had never seen it. I see how hard it is now. So, okay, I understand it. And they kind of just hug it out, as people always do. She does tell the girls, Carlotta tells the girls that they have producer approval. They all kind of dance around and everything. What else did we see? It was a couple of different things. We see Simone, who goes back to jail, and the girl who defended her before Dee killed herself, the friend of Dee, is in her room. And she's like, I didn't ask to be moved here. They moved me here. And then she still held with the pills on the bed. And so she, like, oh, we don't have that kind of party. So she bundles all the pills up. And she was like, me and Dee was going to kill ourselves together. But she did it without me. So find out both of the girls was going to kill themselves. I'm like, that's tough. Those are kids. And she's like, so now I'm all by myself. And Simone, she kind of starts crying, and Simone hugs her and says, you're not by yourself. You're okay. You're not alone anymore. I'm like, aw, Simone. Okay. So we see that whole thing. We see that Alice goes home to Derek. And, she reassures him that even though a lot has been going on, that she loves him. And I'm like, okay. She's understanding that life is life, and these are the cards that she's dealt. And they start kissing and stuff. And then she's like, do you want to stop? I know you can't. So I'm like, I'm guessing that means his penis doesn't work because he must be paralyzed from the waist down. So they probably don't have sex. That's why she probably upset, because her ass is sexually frustrated. She ain't got no dick. But anywho, so they kissing or whatever. He like, come closer. So she comes closer. She still kissed him or whatever. He was like, no, come closer. And she's like, I am close. And he was like, he like did a whole little mouth move or whatever. And then we see her sit on his face. Okay. All right. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Get it done in any means necessary. So, if you love your girl and if you can't feel it, she can. So, yeah. And then the last scene that we see Noah at the rehearsal space. Star come there, and she's like, you was right. Sometimes I do things just to get attention, and sometimes it work. And then she like put her hands down his pants. I'm tired of start touching penises. And they kiss a little bit. Again, I'm not there for them two men a couple. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't care about that. And then the last scene that we see is a man walk up to the house. And he like, hey, Carlotta. And she's like, what you doing here, Brody? I just came to say hi to my daughter. Hi, Star. I'm like, first of all, I like the name Brody. I think it's a sexy name for some reason. And two, where has her father been all this time? And I wonder, is her, her father and Simone's father must be different because, you know, Simone look a little bit more black. And, you know, it is what it is. So, and that was the episode. So, I'm done. You know, I hope next week is better in one way or the other. But I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Until next time, people.